Hello, so a short session looking at making sure we've got good pelvic floor and lower ab engagement, working within that lower level of intensity, but if anything does feel too much, make sure then you just take it a little easier or sit it out and wait for the next one. So let's first of all think about this nice straight pelvis, nice deep breath. Tummy in nice and tight. Think about drawing up through those lower abs and that pelvic floor. So we want to be nice and level. We're going to have a nice soft knee and we want to come nicely into neutral. So that means drawing that pelvis under, breathing and sending it away. And again, you just want to tilt that pelvis under, breathe and send away. Good, and again. Breathe and send away. Good. Then coming nicely into neutral, make sure we're nice and straight. So we're not tilting forward or back, we're nice and level. When we come into our movements, we're going to feel like we're drawing up through these lower abs in your pelvic floor. So let's just take a little squat down and return. Breathe as you go. Keep that chest nice and open and really just bring that tummy in tight. Wonderful. Good. And 3. And 2. Last one. Good, back up, let's open those shoulders, nice deep breath. Lovely, okay, let's mobilise down through the spine to come down onto the mat. We're going to come nice and straight to start, so toes out to V, heels out to join, nice and level, open those shoulders. Again, soft knees, tuck the chin, and we're going to slowly peel down. So not too fast, we want to mobilise down through that spine, making sure we're getting good movement through the back. Long, heavy stretch down to the floor. Breathe into it. Lovely, good. And then soft knees, walking those hands forward, coming to your downward facing dog. So we want to try and get weight to the heels, stretching out the backs of those legs as much as possible, breathing into it. If you can't quite get heels down with straight legs, you're going to pedal those knees, stretch out the backs of those legs as much as possible. Again, breathing into that movement. Good, long stretch. And then carefully walking those hands forward, drop those knees, sitting back on the feet, long shallow stretch. Breathe into the stretch. Lovely. Okay, from there we're going to come down onto our front. So we want to make sure we're nice and straight. Sorry if the microphone goes a bit muffled. We're going to make sure we're nice and straight, just forehead resting down on the mat. Give that pelvis a nice little wiggle. So you want to make sure you're nice and straight. You're going to draw in through those lower abs in your pelvic floor, making sure that tummy's tight as we come into our swimming level 3. So that's opposite arm and leg, stretching away across the body. Breathe and switch sides. So really pull those abs in tight. Make sure you're nice and straight. Stretching across, forehead just staying down on the mat. Breathe into it. Stretch across and return. Wonderful, nice stretch. Really thinking about if you're drawing the belly button in towards your spine, whether you're pulling up through that pelvic floor and staying nice and straight as you go while still breathing. Only those things to remember. 3 and 2. Lovely, last one. Coming down, give everything a nice little wiggle, make sure we're not stuck there. And then we're going to come into our full Superman. So that's both arms and legs and head. Raise and lower. Breathing into the movement. Nice deep breath. No rushing. Wonderful. Stretch through. Lovely. One more. And down, good, hands down, push yourself back again, nice long shallow stretch, breathing into it. Wonderful, okay, let's come to our 4-point kneeling. So we want to be nice and straight, and again, we're all about thinking about that lower ab, pelvic floor engagement. So drawing up nice and tight as we move the limbs away. So starting off level, slightly soft elbows, back straight, tummy in. Opposite arm and leg, we reach away. We return and we switch. Breathe as you go, stretching across that diagonal line. Nice deep breath. Try and stretch those fingers as much as possible. Good. We take a stretch across and we return. If this diagonal stretch is too much, then go with your single leg option and single arm option. So whichever one feels better for you, but make sure you get that good stretch. So it might be that opposite arm and leg into your full swimming move, or it might be single limb. Whichever works for you. Tummy in, tight and strong. Really think about engaging through those lower abs. And 3. And 2. Lovely. Last one. Good. Back to 4-point kneeling up to your cat stretch. The tummy comes up nice and high. We stretch the back. We drop down. We look forward. We stretch up again. And we drop down and we look forward. Lovely. Back to 4-point kneeling, slightly soft elbows, tuck the toes under, leg pull in prone prep. So soft elbows, drawing in through that belly button, thinking about the pelvic floor. We're going to hover. And back down. The weight wants to be coming back through the lower part of the body. So we're not focusing on the hands. They're there as your stabilizers. Breathe as you go. 3. Good. And 2. Lovely. Last one. Good. Nice long shower stretch. Breathe into it. Lovely. Good. Let's come around and onto your back. So we're going to come all the way down. Let's come to neutral. So we want to make sure we're nice and straight. Feet in line with the hips. Give the pelvis that nice little wiggle. Pop your hands on your hips. Make sure you've pulled your tummy in and tight. Remember, you can have a slight curve through your lumbar spine, but it's all about making sure that pelvis is level. Drawing up through those lower abs and pelvic floor, we're going to take right leg up to tabletop. We're going to single leg stretch away and return. Breathe as you go. Stretch long to the foot. Really thinking about those lower abs, soft over the chest. Breathing with it. Wonderful. Nice and straight. Good. And 3. And 2. Last one. Good. Let's take that right foot down, switch to the left, make sure you're straight. Left one up, away and return. Each time really drawing in through those lower abs and pelvic floor. Trying to stay as soft as you can over the chest. Pelvis nice and level, and the leg that's not supposed to be moving isn't. Good. And 3. 2. Last one. Good. Let's bring those knees in. Stretch out the back. Nice deep breath. Stretch through. Good. Popping those feet down. So we're going to come into our bridges, but we're not going to go very high. We just want to engage through those lower abs. We want to mobilize a little bit into our spine. So hands up where you can see them. Nice deep breath firm into the feet. You're going to peel back off the pelvis, slowly peeling up. And let's carefully and slowly go back down. Letting that pelvis go, tilting that pelvis forward, and again, really engaging lower abs, pelvic floor, raising. Good, and down. You keep that control. It's all about the control. Bringing in nicely through that belly button. And down again. Good. 2 more of those. and down. Lovely, last one, nice deep breath, drawing in, nice and solid. Push with those glutes. We're going to take a pause when we get up to the low bridge. Breathe into that hold, nice deep breath. Good, 3, 2, and 1, carefully and slowly. All the way back down, knees in nice and tight, stretch out that back. Okay, from there, let's pop hands onto our hips. Make sure that pelvis is still in neutral. Bring knees and ankles together. Coming into our hip openers. We're going to drop that left knee wide. Slow control. Engage through that inner thigh. Make sure it's your core, bringing that leg back in. Nice deep breath. Right one open. Slow control. Drawing back in. Good. So one side to the other. Keep this softness over the chest. Don't grip. And you breathe as you go, opening through and return. Lovely. We want to keep that nice, equal feeling at the back of the pelvis down onto the mat. You breathe with each one. Good. Nice deep breath. Slow control and back. Good. Wonderful. Make sure it's those lower abs doing the work. Good. From there, let's bring those feet into neutral so they're nice and straight. Left leg's going to go to tabletop as we open, close, down and switch. Again, all about thinking about those lower abs and that core control. You only take the leg as wide as you can while the other one stays totally still. You breathe as you go. Good. Belly button in and tight. Remember, straight across those hips. Wonderful. Breathing into it. Slow, balanced. Down. Good. Keep that control. Good. 2 more. And down. Last one. Good, lovely. Coming in and together. Good. Give that pelvis a nice little wiggle. Make sure you're not stuck there. Knees and ankles then come together as your arms go up. So sorry, your hands go wide and your palms go up. We're going to drop the knees to the left. We're going to look to the right. You're going to take the stretch. Nice deep breath as you bring that core back through. Dropping the knees to the right, looking to the left. Remember, it's all about working through that core. Nice deep breath. Bringing the legs through center, dropping them left, looking right. Breathing into it. And again, knees are going to go right. You're going to look to the left. Wonderful. Let's do one more each way. Breathe into that nice stretch and mobilization. Stretching through. Last one. Lovely. Good. All about that core back to center. Bring those knees in. Stretch out that back. Nice deep breath and stretch through. Okay, let's carefully come up to seated. So make sure you're nice and straight. Hands on those knees, sitting up nice and tall. Nice deep breath. We're going to peel back off those seat bones. Stretch into that lumbar. Good. Tummy's in and strong. And then we peel forwards and we stretch up tall. And again, back into that lumbar. Forwards and stretch up. Good. Really feel like you're bringing in tight through that tummy. You want to take a stretch through into the lumbar. Up again. Lovely. Keep that nice balance. Really bring those abs in. Breathing with it. Lovely, and again. Wonderful. Last one. Back this time. Feel like you're drawing up through that pelvic floor. Make sure you're nice and straight. Nice deep breath. Good. Coming forward, legs long. Hands high, then fold forward towards the feet. Nice deep breath and stretch through. Wonderful. Taking that stretch off. Let's come around to our 4-point kneeling again. Again, let's come into our cat stretch. The tummy comes up nice and high. Stretch through the back. Drop down, look forward. Up again. Drop down, look forward. Wonderful. Back to 4-point kneeling. Tuck the toes, slightly soft elbows. We're going to push your way up, back to the heels. Take the stretch as much as possible through the backs of those legs. Again, pedaling the knees if you need to. Breathe into it. Soft knees, hands back towards your feet. Carefully and slowly, let's peel back up, not too fast. Breathing as you go. Back up into standing. Let's come back to neutral. Open those shoulders. Soft knees. Let's take that left hand up and over. Standing mermaid stretch. And back, other way. And back. Lovely. Soft knees again. Hands behind the head. Bring those shoulders up. Down and again. Last one. Lovely. Hands high and wide, folding forwards and down. And again. Up and wide, forwards and down. Back up and around. Well done. Good job. See you again soon.